Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. We've had a Star Citizen roadmap update and some general development information coming from Cloud Imperium, some more dev responses on Star Citizen's performance, and a concerning 3.17 PTU patch, at least in regard to its known issues. Let's start with the Star Citizen roadmap update that was released on the 27th of April. Cloud Imperium said, with this publish, we're adding additional Q2 2022 deliverables for downstream teams. This comes alongside a few important changes to some of the teams in our company. We've transitioned work on Arena Commander, Star Marine, and Theatres of War from the Firesprite team to an internal vehicle tech team. This team is now named the Arena Commander feature team and will have additional deliverables added to their schedule as time goes on. So it has been confirmed that Firesprite are no longer working on Star Citizen. Tyler Whitkin said, the work with Firesprite has wrapped up and we have transitioned future work to the newly formed Arena Commanders feature team internally at CIG. I thought it was important to reiterate that. The Vehicle Experience team is merging with the Vehicle Feature team, including all of their deliverables. The reason is twofold for this. First, this allows for greater streamlining of production of these two teams. Second, the Vehicle Feature team is now having its feature direction driven by Squadron 42's requirements. Deliverables worked on by this newly merged team will now follow a similar cadence to the core gameplay pillar, in that features will be made for Squadron 42 first, before then being ported to the persistent universe. The UI tech and feature teams have also merged and are now the Squadron 42 UI feature team. This team now falls under the core gameplay pillar and will also follow a similar cadence as outlined for the vehicle feature team. So this is all very interesting because we know that Star Citizen and Cloud Imperium, they're all gearing towards getting Squadron 42 out the door and having Squadron 42 features a focus, and then those features being sort of tested, having meat put on their bones, iterated on before then coming into the persistent universe. So Star Citizen's persistent universe is still getting worked on and it's still getting a load of updates. It's just these are filtering through and being prioritized for Squadron 42 first. We've also seen some new features appear on the progress tracker, which means they haven't got a patch that they're tied to, these features, but we can see where they're targeted to be completed for the work they currently have for them by the teams working on them. So firstly, we have doors, airlocks, and light panels UI for that. So this is creating new user interfaces for door panels, airlocks, and light panels using the building blocks deck, and this has been added to the Squadron 42 UI feature team's production cycle, planned for wrapping up mid-May. We have AR and map marker system reworks. So this is a rework of the map marker system to work with building blocks, and again, this is with the Squadron 42 UI feature team for completion end of June. We have visor lens rework, converting the visor and lens systems to building blocks again for improved performance and flexibility. And this is expected for completion at the end of June. And more generally, a Mobiglass rework, again by that Squadron 42 UI feature team, and this is reworking so that the Mobiglass works properly with building blocks and allows for easier development of Mobiglass apps in the future, and this is planned to be completed in early July. Cloud Imperium have also confirmed that on the roadmap page on the website that there is a little bit of a bug showing that it was last updated March 28th, even though it is actually up to date as of April 27th. Moving on to some dev responses, and Ali Brown from Cloud Imperium talking about Gen 12 Renderer and Star Citizen's performance some more. In regards to server performance affecting frame rates, Ali Brown said, server performance doesn't affect client performance at all. This myth has been around for so long purely because they tend to be correlated, i.e. if the server is dealing with 50 spaceships in an area, then the clients are probably dealing with a good percentage of them too, depending on locality, but there's no direct link, and if you had a supercomputer, the frame rate would be unlimited and unbound. There was a follow-up question saying, well, I do get lower frame rates and that sort of stuff when I'm around lots of players, or even if there's more players on the server, even though if I don't see them. Again, Ali Brown replied, I'm talking about frame rate. The client never waits on the server to proceed with the update and render of a frame. It is, however, entirely plausible that some game code, like enabling quantum travel, could be programmed to be server authoritative and need to wait on the server confirming an action before proceeding with some other gameplay logic, e.g. starting quantum travel and exhibiting a form of lag or delay. But at no point will execution of code or rendering slow down. I do remember back in the day when we thought server performance was directly tied to frame rates, but it was more that servers and the client performance was both poor. It seems 3 or 4 years ago, occasionally in Star Citizen we'd have single-digit frames, and that would be good. So you whippersnappers, you be happy with your 30 to 60 frames. And we've also had a Star Citizen 3.17.0Z PT patch. We've run out of letters, which, although fixes some bugs, feels a little worrying. So let's take a look at the patch notes and then talk about it. So they've optimized streaming bubbles around players to improve asset streaming performance. This is great and was much needed because we don't want slow loading in of assets, and that does cause on a lot of knock-on issues. Players should no longer see flickering assets at locations in the persistent universe, which was a major blocker and a photosensitivity warning, which has now been solved. HUD elements in a thought prompts should no longer interfere with ship MFDs, multi-function displays. Great. Repairing a ship should no longer increase mass. I was not aware that was even a bug, and they fixed a client crash and server crash. However, there's now an epic amount of bugs and known issues for 3.17, and you could be happy in some ways that they've identified 90% of the bugs that are critical to fix, or a good portion of those. And these are: ships can explode after player exits them, while docked to a starfarer, the Valkyrie can constantly tilt. Ship retrieval can sort of time out and put the ship in a claim state. Items don't immediately transfer to personal inventory. You can't deselect attachments on FPS weapons in the shops that sell them. Reputation may not increase after completing bunker missions. Combat assist missions fail to progress sometimes. Undocking ships can result in desync issues, which can cause lots and lots of problems and things to be where they're not supposed to be and then become unstable. Mining lasers do not apply their properties to mining deposits. Damage to a player's health can become delayed and then only trigger after you've healed yourself. Players may experience delay or a sort of infinite loading when joining the persistent universe. Combat AI can sometimes rubber band, jitter, teleport. After hitting accept on a mission, the mission sometimes does not show up in the accepted tab. The Argo Raft's elevator controls cannot be interacted with. Emptying and reloading consecutive magazines will break reloading. A ship's targeting pip may be missing or disappear from some players, and then they can't be targeted when that happens. Complementary flight suits are sometimes not supplied to a player when they respawn. Character's head, mobiGlass, and other equipment can sometimes go missing after being released from prison. Gravity is too high for Klesha, the prison, and preventing you being able to escape properly. Medical beacons may not complete the missions or payments when a player is revived. Weapons can holster, unholster unintentionally, and players cannot buy components directly into the ship's storage like they're supposed to with this patch cycle. I'd expected 3.17 to go live for this weekend, and actually I'd been expecting it for each weekend for the last 3, but this is a pretty big set of blockers. It's possible that Cloud Imperium have a working sort of set of fixes for some of the more major of these bugs, and if that's the case, great. Maybe in a PT patch today and tomorrow, we'll see a load of these fixed, and Cloud Imperium will be several steps closer to actually releasing this to live. That said, Cloud Imperium has to move quickly to get the patch out before Fleet Week, and to get that Fleet Week patch tested before it goes out as well. So we know that towards the end of May, big Fleet Week, lots of things happening in Fleet Week. Orison is expected to open up as a sort of expo hall, and ships are going to be flying around and doing cool stuff, and there's going to be interesting things to do, potentially some more gamified things this time, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, are they going to be able to get something out for this weekend for live? Maybe. We don't know. They might be able to get something out and then hotfix the rest. Or maybe it's just going to be another sort of let's try again next week kind of affair. But what do you think? Will we see Alpha 3.17 live this weekend or next? What are your experiences of the Alpha 3.17 build so far? With the focus on Squadron 42, do you feel that Star Citizen is getting enough attention? Those features that are being worked on for Squadron 42 do trickle down and come to the persistent universe. That is the sort of plan and the sort of way that they're doing their development now. But it does take a bit of time. Is this year's Road to Pyro that we're supposed to be on just a drive down a road that doesn't end, and we'll have to wait until next year before we have Pyro. Are you concerned with knock-on delays from a long PTU cycle for a patch, or do you sort of trust Cloud Imperium to have their staggered development going on, where they're actually working quite a lot on 3.18 at the moment, and it won't be too affected by a long PTU cycle? But whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I was feeling tired and sluggish. I found out that I was allergic to adverts and malware in 2022, which means I can't use the internet. If only there was a service that could help. Wait! There is! NordVPN.com/BoredGamer! It's NordVPN that I use, and it blasts away a load of my advert and malware-based concerns, while allowing me to freely explore the internet. Maybe I want to be in the USA today, and pretend that I'm an American. What's this? Now I'm down under in the Australias? Wait, now I'm in the UK. Okay, I live there. That is less impressive. NordVPN has done so much for me. Sign up with the links below, or go to NordVPN.com/BoredGamer. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For April 2022, we're giving away an Origin 400i. It's a luxury exploration and touring ship, which will be great for a small crew wishing to explore the stars, or try out a multitude of other gameplay. It's like a little yacht in space, a little piece of luxury. All you need to do to be in for a chance to win that is comment on any of my videos made during April 2022. More details in the description below. If you wish to further support the channel, consider clicking the join button under my videos to become a channel member, or even become a Patreon. That goes a massive way in helping with our day-to-day videos, and gives you a variety of little exclusives as well. But it should just make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. Join today! Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if so inclined, and I'll see you in the verse.